So welcome everybody to more new content presented by the Comic Underground. In this series, we're pulling back the curtain on the sellers that you see at their wall each month. And we want you to get to know the sellers on the Comic Underground along with us. How did they get there? What do they collect? And why you should be watching their claim sales. So I'm Kyle, and this is CULegends. So let's get right into it. On our first episode, we had to start off with White Oak Comics, the collective you see before us. They're a father, son, and wife team out of, where are you guys from?
We're in Missouri, so right in the middle of the country.
So what's going on, everybody? How are you guys doing this evening?
Doing good. Are you guys okay?
We're good. Why don't you introduce yourselves since there's three of you?
I'm David Young, Chris's dad. And I've been collecting with my son for a long, long time.
A couple years.
A couple years.
I'm Chris. We do all the shows in our house. So this is my wife, Erica. So we are literally in our basement. We're not a big comic shop. We really are just collectors. And we just basically sell to support our habit a little bit. And this is what we've set up to do it.
Awesome. Well, again, I hit these guys up. We're talking to sellers to have a spotlight on probably eventually all of our sellers on the Comic Underground, but we wanted to hit it off with these guys because we knew that they would have some good stories to share. So thanks for being our first spotlight. I've got a few questions for you, but feel free to kind of deviate to whatever comes to mind. But up first is our question called First Appearance. The first appearance is pretty simple. How did you and the Comic Underground first cross paths?
So it was probably actually right after COVID a little bit, towards the end of COVID. But like everybody else, we were sitting in the house. We collect comics, so we're always looking at comics. I didn't really do Instagram. None of us really did Instagram, I don't think. And I hopped on. I was like, "Oh my gosh, there's people selling comics on Instagram." Yeah. And because traditionally you do local comic shop, you do eBay, you do the other things. And I hadn't looked at comic prices honestly, like a big stuff. It had been several years, and then of course right during that COVID period, I think things just blew up.
Right.
It just got kind of crazy. And I was like, well, here's an easy outlet to get some of our books kind of in front of people so they can see them, so we can tell our stories, so we can share our collection, and also sell some of our books. We've kind of always sold a little bit here and there. But
not as much as I would have liked.
No, Erica was always like, when are you guys going to sell books? And I was like, no, we sell books. We really do.
Yeah.
And she had just never seen it before. And then I started watching all the shows, and I came across Comic Underground, and I was like, this seems like a really good platform. Comic Underground seemed like they were a lot more community-based, and just from what I could tell, you guys were all great, had good reputations, and that's why we kind of have stuck with Comic Underground.
And so I remember getting the text from you because I was the one answering the DMs, I guess, that day. And I remember because it was around MegaCon last year. And I don't remember how it happened, but I think the White Oak account was new, right?
Yeah, it was brand new. Have we had it about a year? It's been about a year.
Yeah. So I remember initially I was skeptical because that's my job. I'm the skeptic. And I'm supposed to vet people, and I'm supposed to kind of be the hard apple and make sure, So I remember you hitting me up, and I was I had also been hit up by Die Blue the same week, and which was great because both of you ended up being amazing. But I was at MegaCon, and I remember asking. Now it seems like the dumbest question in the world, but I'm like, "Do you really have enough books to sell?" I didn't know you, and so I was like,
"Yeah."
So you said, Kyle, tell Kate and Nick, because I was the newest IG of the three of us, and I said. You said, tell Kate and Nick I'm C. Young, not White Oak. And I said, okay. So I texted Kate and Nick. I said, this guy says he's C. Young something. I don't know him. And they were like, no, he's fine. Yeah, do whatever. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, we're good.
Yeah,
So
I had stuck around Instagram for a little bit, was just my normal account that I had, and realized that yeah, you could buy comics, and then I was like, well, it's time to start a White Oak Comics account so I can just share comic stuff. We don't share it really a lot on our personal accounts. I mean, everything we have is going to be on the White Oak account. Um, so, because I don't know, some of our friends aren't into comics. I don't know why,
right.
but we are. So,
All right. So our next question is a simple one, and it is origin story. So when we're talking about origin story, we want to make sure that the whole point of this seller spotlight is to get to know you as people. So when you're not slinging comics, who are you guys?
Oh, I'm retired. I used to be an electrician for 35 years, and I gave that up about 10 years or so ago. And I mainly help Chris or my other sons do that kind of thing. I love to travel also.
we have lots of projects for him now that whenever he's retired.
I work harder now than I ever have. So, so that's what I do.
You put Dad to
Nice.
work.
And I collect comics, sadly, a lot. So,
A whole lot, yeah.
So, yeah. Do you want to go?
Yeah, I can. So I'm retired as well. And on my free time, I actually am an advocate for foster kiddos.
Oh, awesome.
So very, very rewarding, very tough, but very rewarding.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We also have a little farm. So we do live not way out in the country, but we live in the country. You can't see a lot of other houses or anything. So we have 5 alpaca. We have about 40 to 50 chickens, depending on the time.
On if I add more.
On if she adds more or not. Yeah, we have 2 goats. We have 5 dogs. And then we have 3 cats.
4.
4 cats. We got a barn cat. I keep forgetting the barn cat. So
He doesn't want to be forgotten.
no. So we have a little farm going on. So that keeps us pretty busy too.
You'd think we were an animal rescue.
Yeah, sometimes you would. It's true. I'm a teacher, so I teach at the local community college. And I've been doing that for, I don't know, 13, 14 years now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's awesome. It's always cool to hear the people that aren't full-time comic book folks that are just, obviously ordinary people with ordinary jobs. Chris and I have talked a few times about how we're both on a sort of similar schedules because I'm in education too. So that's really cool. And that's kind of what we want to get to know is the people that we're dealing with, the buyers or sellers, regardless, are, obviously ordinary people with ordinary lives.
Yeah.
And what I'm kind of embarrassed to admit getting into IG Comics is, I'm just going to say it, how many people aren't comic book nerds? They're not the stereotypical living in their mama's basement people. They're people that have ordinary lives.
Yeah. I mean, we are in a basement, but
It's our basement.
but it's our basement.
Before my basement, it was Dad's basement.
It was, yeah.
All right. So the next question is called The Vault. And The Vault is going to be great for you guys. So if we're talking about our PC and we're not talking about selling comics, he's already running off to grab it.
I actually grabbed a drink. Sorry. Okay.
No, you're fine. What do you actually chase for your PC still today for yourself? And secondary question too, what do you have that you're not going to sell?
You want to go first?
Oh.
What do you still collect? What are you still looking for?
I collect a little bit of everything actually. I like a lot. I like a lot of variety in my books. DC, Marvel, Independent. I mean, I enjoy them all. I really do. I've been reading comics since I was a kid, like a lot of people. But I still like a lot of different titles. And Chris will turn me on to a new title every now and then that I really enjoy. I can't really put my favorite title or anything because I enjoy them all. So
I've been able to.
Mr. Young, I got to get you on this one, okay, Mr. Young. What's the one? Because you guys, I've seen you guys go into the vault and like pull things out that you didn't want to sell. What, Mr. Young, is something that you own that you're never, ever, ever going to sell, no matter what?
Oh,
Okay, I got a wall behind us.
have you seen the stuff
To
behind it?
make it so we can kind of pick stuff and make it easier. But
For me, it's this Amazing Fantasy 15. I bought that a long time ago, and we got to meet Stan Lee many times,
Right.
and got a lot of signatures from him. And anyway, for me, it's this book because it has a little personal connection,
Absolutely.
and a lot of times saying always signed black, but we were smart enough or just lucky enough to think, well, Spider-Man Red would look good on that book.
Oh
And
my God.
as you can see, it does. This looks really cool.
What's
So
the grade?
this is the book I'll never sell. Chris will inherit someday all these books that I have. And there's a lot of cool ones, but this is the one for me that stands out.
I'm still upset with CGC. It was a 4.5 when we cracked it.
Yeah.
Case before the signature, nothing changed on the book, and it came back a 3.
Oh,
But now, because of the witness signature, you can't crack it and send it in because I don't want an authenticated signature.
right.
But CGC and we've had so many books and they're all up and down. I mean, and when you're collecting, I would recommend for people not to go by the grade, is to go by the book. You look at the book and you decide what it is.
Right.
Because we've had 2 or 3 points either way, and that drives you nuts, So,
Right.
and this was one of them. Like I say, this was graded a higher grade and came back a 3. So, and by looking at the book, I would say it's a little higher grade. So, but anyway, that's enough of that.
Oh, that's amazing, guys. That's a good one. So, so Chris, what are you chasing now, and what are you never giving up?
I just finished the Dirty 2 Dozen run.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Here a month or 2 ago. So I completed that. Right now, I'm still trying to complete the original first Casper run, which we're super varied. We collect a little bit of everything. But there was 70 of the first Caspers. They say Paramount Pictures on the top of them. I'm 4 away from getting the first 7 Caspers.
Okay.
So I'm kind of chasing those right now. I think the one that I wouldn't sell is probably going to be very first Ninja Turtles. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1. This is the first print.
Oh my gosh.
Here again, we got years and years and years ago. This one's special because when you open it up on the inside cover, it's signed and sketched by both Eastman and Liard.
Oh my gosh.
You have full Ninja Turtle sketches,
and they're cool.
And they're full sketches. And you don't just Eastman, you can get pretty easy, but you can't get both of them and don't see them very often. So this is the one that I probably wouldn't sell. I mean, there's a lot I wouldn't sell, but definitely not this one.
So how many were the first print again?
Oh, I can't remember.
It's low.
It's a few hundred, right? It's not even a few thousand, is it?
Yeah, it was really, really low.
Wow.
So, and we won't ever get this one graded because if we get it graded, we can't ever look at sketches again. I guess we could take pictures or scans and do all that stuff, but we're very much open it up every now and then and actually look at the sketches. We haven't in years, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to get it graded because you can't see the sketches then.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, and Erica, how about you? Are you part of the collecting bug, or are you just saying sell the books so you can use the cash elsewhere?
Ever since we got married, I didn't do it while we were dating, but when I got married, I just kept pushing him to sell comic books. And he would always buy the comic books. He was like, "Oh, but I'm buying these to sell." And I'm like, "Yeah, but you never sell."
I wasn't buying them to sell. They were just going in the
And so I just wasn't really into comics very much, but we gone to see Guardians of the Galaxy one time and I fell in love with Groot. I was like, "Oh my gosh, And, I love plants. And so everything just worked for group. And so for my birthday one year, Chris got me the very first group. So
Wow.
I was stupid excited when I got it. And yeah, I would never sell this. I don't care how much they offer me. My husband was like, we can get, a higher grade of this. And I'm like, that's fine, but I'm never going to sell this one. So it's got some good memories, and I love it. I really do. So
I
That's
also,
awesome.
I kind of have a trick now. She feeds the addiction.
me too.
She's like, "Hey, did you see this? I found this really cool looking book." And so now she sends me stuff.
I'm a
That's
marketplace junkie, like a serious marketplace junkie. Like that, I should probably go to therapy for it, really. But so I guess you could kind of call me as finder now.
She's
So-
she's my finder every now and then, so
Yeah.
we get
That's
we have
awesome.
some good deals.
And I find some really good original art too. It's turned into something that I had no interest in whatsoever. To let's go to every comic book shop when we go visit people out of town, and see what
Oh
we
yeah,
can
that's
buy.
like a requirement now. Yeah, we're talking about taking our vacation, and we're my wife wants to go to Maine, so we're gonna go to Maine, and I'm like, but Maine's kind of like not very heavily populated. Are there comic book store? Like, what's the comic scene look like?
Mapping out the route already.
Yeah.
But there are, yeah, oh yeah, I've already done it. Yeah. All right, our next question is called crossover, and with crossover, we want to talk about, okay, you've looked through your vault, you've got all these comics that you love. What did turn you from being a collector into a seller? When did you decide, okay, it's time to start getting rid of stuff?
When I got on your case?
No,
I'm just kidding.
No, so we've always bought and sold. So I think it's always part of like an evolving collection. Um, you get all these books, right? And then you find a really big book or something really special that you want. And that's kind of how we got started. It was probably an X-Men one or a Hulk one. We had a bunch of smaller, we call them smaller books now. They're not small anymore.
Yeah.
But what we would call small books back then, and it was all through the local comic shop. So we took our box in and we were like, okay, well, what will you give us for these so we can get that?
Right.
And that's kind of how it started. So for us, since we don't do this full time, it is literally just to change the collection, and like I said, an ever evolving collection. So it's to get rid of some of our stuff or some extra or stuff that we've upgraded, and then it may be to get a big book that we're actually chasing too.
Yeah.
So
I think you guys, I think that's most people, right? I know, like, for example, last night we had Justin Van Cleve on for the first time. He has a smaller collection than you guys, obviously, but he's got more than he wants, and it's time to reshape it. Or I have other friends that, they've been looking. Well, for me, for example, I've finished my X-Men run, but now that I've finished it, I've done that now. So I'm willing to liquidate most of them to get the next run. I just haven't found that love yet. So it's cool that you can do that. And then sure, it's nice to have some extra cash.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the high pressure ones, the last two, guys. So the next one's called pull list. And the reason it's called pull list is because normally a pull list is, the books you have set aside that you go to your local comic book store and you want that book every month. For me, it's my X-Men list. And they have them ready to go the Wednesday when they come out. But what we mean is what makes you required viewing. So there's lots of shows on IG now, ever since COVID. So people are scrolling through, they come across the Comic Underground. The White Oak Comics crew is on. What's kind of your elevator pitch for why they should stay watching you and not the other guy?
Yeah, we have a huge variety. We've been collecting for so long, and our interest spans so much that we'll have everything from Golden Age to Silver Age to some bronze. I have some modern stuff in here, independent books.
Yeah.
We have a ton of signature series. We love signature series. So we got signature series just literally everywhere. Original art. We have a lot of original art now. So you could get anything from a $5,000 original Neil Adams piece of art to, we did Erica's picks I think last time, and some people got a $2 Bugs Bunny. So I think our scope is just so big and our collection is so big that there hopefully is something for everybody.
Yeah.
That's a phenomenal answer. That's what I think. I mean, that's what I would have said watching your shows and hosting you. Again, that's why I feel so silly even asking the question now over a year ago. What kind of books do you have? Do you have enough stuff? Not
Well, you
knowing.
never know, you know.
Yeah.
We
No,
have
never know. I mean, because I've been on the other end of it before. So, but yeah, doing the first show, I think Nick did the first show, and just seeing the wall immediately the first show, I was like, oh my God. And then how many shows I've watched where somebody's come in and said, yeah, but do you have a Stanley signature on a Silver Surfer? And you're like, well, we've got 1 through 17 or whatever.
Yeah.
What number you want?
Yeah. So that was just really amazing. And I think you guys have one of the top couple collections for sale on IG. So I'm always proud to see you guys pop up. All right, now
You worked
last
hard.
one. I'm sorry.
I said they worked hard at it.
Well, I wanted to ask that too. I'm assuming you've been collecting since Chris was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Before
Yeah.
that, even.
Yeah.
I mean, even when you were a kid.
Yeah. Growing up, I got into comics, and back then, what I'm always amazed of with comics nowadays is the ladies. I would go to comic shows back then, and you wouldn't see hardly any women. And today, oh, there's ladies everywhere, and they're into it just as much as the guys. And I think that's awesome. So for me, that's a really good thing for the comic industry to go forward. And of course, there's always young kids and older people, but it's the number of ladies now that is into comics, and I think that's awesome. So
He
anyway.
converted me.
Yeah, I'm still working on my wife.
Good luck.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's really cool. It is cool to go to conventions now and see, just the popularity of female writers and artists too.
Yeah,
that are good, that are really good. All right, so our last round of questions is going to be a lightning round, just like you would imagine it would be on an old game show. I'm going to give you a kind of this or that or a quick question, and I just want the fastest response you've got in you, and we'll see what you come up with. Now I did send these to Chris, so maybe he's ready. All right, here we go. Quick hits, no thinking. All right, slabs or raws?
Raws.
Raw.
Yeah, you can always
Quick question.
Oh,
The
raws.
Slab.
Chris, what'd you say?
Raws. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't honestly. So this is gonna get a little bit deeper. The only time when we were collecting that we really did slabs was the CGC signature series.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Everything else was pretty much raws.
If you buy raw, you can always get it signed
Yeah.
someday, maybe. But if it's slab, it's a little harder.
You gotta break it out.
Break it out and all that. Yeah. So yeah, raw. Plus you can read it.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
Marvel
I'm
or
really
DC?
clumsy, so the slabs make me feel safer with them.
Sure. Marvel or DC?
That's tough. I love them both. Marvel, because we have so many. Yeah. But DC I love too. I love all of it, so that's a tough one.
I'm gonna go with DC, I think.
Wow.
Well, I mean, who's Groot with? So Marvel.
Nice. I'm surprised with y'all's love of Stan Lee that you didn't all say Marvel. This is a little harder. Character that needs a solo series. Maybe they've had one before, but character that needs a solo series.
Well, for me, that's tough too. I'm a big Green Lantern fan. I think it's underrated. So Green Lantern for me, I would eat that up. I love
Green Lantern has a solo series.
Yeah, but I love Green Lantern.
I'll go along with that though. It comes and goes. I'm with you.
I wouldn't even know where to start on that one. I think I'll take a hard pass on that.
It's okay.
I always like Zatanna. So anytime you can get like Zatanna runs of anything, I like. So
No, that's fair. That's fair. I would have said Magic before she finally got one. Book you'll always grab. So what I mean by this one is you've got 2 copies, but you saw a nice one and you still buy it.
a book you'd always buy, even though you have 2 copies.
Oh, well, any key, basically. You know, the keys are getting harder and harder to find. You know, they only make so many FF1s and Hulks ones, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, we're always, you know, upgrading. You know, it's like the first Electro book. We probably had 10 of those at least, you know, to get the one we have. So yeah, we're always looking to upgrade if we find a better copy, of course.
What would be something that you would always get?
I mean, probably anything Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's
I
what I figured.
mean, I'm a hot mess with them.
I would go anything signed or sketched by Michael Turner. So huge Aspen Fathom fan, just Michael Turner in general. So yeah, if I can find Michael Turner signed stuff, I usually grab it if I see it.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay. All right. I already asked you the one book you'll never sell, so I'll skip that. Most overrated key. You're like too much hype.
Too much hype.
Too much hype.
Yeah, it's not as good as everybody makes it out to be.
Most overrated.
Huh? What? Well, I can't hear you. Go
Oh
ahead.
no, go ahead.
Go ahead.
What's your answer?
I think
What book is worth too much right now that you think that has just gone crazy?
Okay. Well, the Invincible series
Yep, there we go.
has gone nuts.
Yeah.
And I haven't read it or watched it. So for
Which
me,
is super weird because we bought Invincible. He bought
I
Invincible
bought Invincible.
when it first came out. Like
Oh
literally,
my gosh.
we
I got dollars for this stuff.
we bought it straight. He bought it straight from the local comic shop, and I was like, "What are you doing? Give me that book!" And I'm not even kidding. We had like 2 runs
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
all the way through that was setting in our boxes, and when it blew up, I was like, "Dude, you know those Invincibles?" Guess how much
Couldn't
they're
believe
worth.
You know, and they may be awesome, you know, but of course I've still got a good one, of course, on the wall. But
Well,
yeah,
you know.
that's something that's gone nuts, you know, and I think it'll keep going probably, you know, so we'll see.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I can see how that's still over. It's great, but I can see it's overrated. It's like 6K for a number 1 right now, I think.
Yeah, it's high. I can't believe the numbers on them. But yeah, I mean, with the show and everything, we haven't watched the show either.
I have.
Oddly enough, I need to catch up on stuff.
Mm.
But yeah, that went a little bit for me too. What other key right now?
If you don't have one, that's okay.
I do, and I just read it. We went to a wedding, and on the plane, I read a lot of comics actually through the library because I have a free library app. And if it's something I haven't bought yet, you can actually a lot of local places download your library app and get a library card, and you can read series of comics straight on your phone or iPad for free. But I just read Absolute Batman. I think it was 1 through 5 or 1 through 6. It was just okay for me. I mean, it wasn't bad.
Ooh.
I know people are gonna hate me. It wasn't bad. It was fine. But I didn't get the huge hype over it.
No, I get that. I get it.
So it was good, but not great for me.
Hot takes from the young fam. They don't like Absolute Batman or Invincible.
I know.
No, that's hey. The thing is, I've made this argument on a coffee talk before. When something is so hyped, I've made a bad argument. Okay, my argument was Michael Jordan isn't as good as the hype. I don't mean Michael Jordan's not necessarily the best player, but you would think he was God among us.
And you know, I think that's what happened to me with Absolute Batman, because I had put it off for so long reading it, And when I got into it, I was expecting. I mean, personally, I like the Hush series better than the Absolute Batman series. But when I read it, I think it was so overhyped. I was just expecting more than what I got. So I think that was part of it.
That makes sense. All right, let's move to the next one. This might be
But
a little easier. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm probably a huge disappointment to Chris, but I have never read one comic book from start to finish.
Oh,
I'm in it for the
man.
covers.
She's in it for the covers. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Lots of people are. It's okay.
Look, you turned a little red. I'm sorry I embarrassed you.
All right.
We'll get you reading some books.
Yeah.
Next one is most underrated character. Which character deserves more love?
Oh, well, for me, it's Green Lantern again.
Green Lantern, yeah.
I love Green Lantern. And you know, back in the old days, Green Lantern and the Flash, especially, were just, you know, people were just not into them a lot. And they become a little more, you know, since the movies and everything. But yeah, it's one of those characters. You know, you always have Superman and Batman, and there it's cool. Believe me, that's cool. But it's some of these other superheroes that don't get quite the credit that they deserve. I think so.
No, I agree. I like Green Lantern and Flash. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish they'd make like some more movies of like the Riddler. I just think he's super cool.
That's cool. They can do a lot of stuff
Yeah.
with Batman Rogues Gallery past Joker, and well, they're doing Clayface, but they
But
can.
like let Riddler have his own spotlight for a hot minute.
Well, that's cool.
But it's probably not in a comic book, so
Yeah, mine is always going to be Green Lantern too.
Cool.
I'm excited for the HBO series, but yeah, definitely Green Lantern.
All right, and our last question is, what is your current hunt? Like, I know you talked about a few things earlier that you were still into for your PC. Is there a book that you guys still haven't found that you're hunting for?
There you go.
For me, you know, I know this is strange, but there's so many key books that we don't have. And so I've started buying pages of books to fill my need for that. Like I just bought a page of the first Riddler, Captain America #1.
Right, I remember those.
A bit. You know, so if I can't buy a $250,000 book or something like that, I can afford the pages, and that satisfies my need. So that's kind of what I've been doing right now.
I like that. And your Captain America pages you guys had for a couple of shows were amazing.
Yeah, it's Captain America 1,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
still tough to find. So you know, but yeah, if you can't afford even as the beginning collectors, if you can't afford a ton of money on a book, you know, you can get a page at a reasonable price, maybe, or something. And for that'll get you going until you do find a
Well, great copies better
Yeah.
than no copy.
That's right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nice.
So I'm trying to find some Bruja comic books. So that's what I'm looking for.
So Bruja is witch in Spanish, and they make it's called Bruja Vampiros. It's a Mexican comic that were basically the pre-code American comics, but it's called Bruja and Vampiros. So
amazing. Okay.
yeah, hard to come by.
Cool.
There's one book that we don't have that we should have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I thought you were gonna say that.
Oh well, I should have thought
We
of that.
don't have a Fantastic Four 5. Doctor Doom has eluded us, and you know, there's a lot of
You've
copies.
never had one?
We've never had one.
Whoa.
We haven't had a low grade copy. We haven't had a coverless copy. We've never had a Fantastic Four 5.
Yeah.
We have. Here's the problem now. We have every single other one all the way through 10, and I think all but 2 are signature series Stan Lee's. And it kind of breaks my heart not to have a Fantastic Four 5 that's not a signature series Stan Lee.
Gotcha.
Finding a signature series Stan Lee #5 is near to impossible, and we just don't have it.
I was gonna say I've definitely seen a 5 recently.
Yeah.
So, but not
Yeah.
signed. Not signed.
You can get them. We've been very picky about the one
Yeah.
we got, and would like a signed witnessed one, and yeah, just haven't
Haven't
gotten it.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
I know.
Yeah, haven't pulled the trigger. That's
Hey,
one of
first
the
world
few
problems,
risks.
you know.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, guys, with that said, we're gonna wrap it up. I'm really appreciative of you guys being willing to do this for the first time with me. Folks, that's gonna be the wrap on CULegends. Make sure you catch White Oak Comics on their next show in 2 weeks, Thursday, May the 21st. Trust me, you're gonna want to be there for that one. For now, make sure you're following the Comic Underground on IG and check out our profile each Sunday for your schedule of the shows that week. We are your positive comic community. Thank you so much, White Oak Comics.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Kyle. Appreciate it.
Have a good night, you guys.
You too.
Bye.
Bye bye.